Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Tuck. I am your host, Welington Gomez, and today I'm here, of course, with my co-host.
You know who it is. It's Edward_ENT. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated with the latest videos of The Tuck.
Well, with that said, our next guests are basically, well, sisters. Like it's been a month of sisters here at The Tuck. It's my friends, Nelson and Rickey.
Hi.
How are you
I'm so happy you
guys?
guys are here.
You.
I am so excited that you guys are here.
We're excited. We're happy to be here.
No, I'm hyped. I feel like it's been a while since I've gotten to hang out with you guys and really chill. I've been like just settling in, you know, handling shit on the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm ready to party and I'm ready to turn up. So I hope we're free after this, but we're going to get it. You know, the ball rolling with our quick 15. So for those of you watching, you already know quick 15. We want to ask you a quick 15 questions so that we get to know you a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to start with no one else other than Rickey.
Hi.
So where are you from?
East Windsor, New Jersey.
Come on, Jersey.
Yeah.
Period.
And he reps it with pride.
Jersey.
All right. Are we single or are we taken?
Single.
Single.
that's right.
Y'all heard? And
Yeah.
you ready to mingle?
Very ready.
That was a
Very-
bonus.
Yeah.
Leather or lace?
Ooh. Lace.
Okay.
Yeah. I like a little see-through.
And with that, Hennessy or champagne?
Depends on the night, but 9 times out of 10, Hennessy. Yeah.
He got the Henny. So that's what you're feeling today, Hennessy, after this?
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
We have Nikki or
Nikki.
Okay.
Duh.
Yes. I knew
No
the respect
shade.
was in this house.
Yeah.
It's no shade.
It's no shade.
Night in or a night out?
Night out. But I have been appreciating nights in
Okay.
recently. I'm settling into my 25-year-oldness.
That front so low,
Yeah,
baby.
She's developed.
Full albums or singles?
Albums. I love a cohesive album.
Front to back, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And one word, how would you describe yourself?
That girl.
That girl.
2 words,
And that's-
but yeah.
And that's
Hey,
compound
yeah.
word. Love or money?
Love.
And what's your number one turn on and turn off?
Number one turn on. I like when someone can like make plans and tell me what the plans are. Like someone that takes initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Turn off. Someone with like really bad style.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like fashion style?
Yeah.
Y'all
Me
heard
too.
it here.
No
Y'all better
shade.
come present yourself correct to Rickey. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
Oh my God, I feel like we talk about this, but I would want invisibility, so I could be like,
You're the
know-
third person
Yes.
that has
like,
said
you know what I'm
invisibility.
saying? Like, you don't know where I am.
Yeah.
So it's like I could be anywhere.
What would be the first thing you do?
If I was invisible, I'd probably like go sneak on somebody.
Okay.
You know, no shade, not in like a creepy way.
So are you
Like-
introverted or extroverted with this invisibility?
Extroverted.
Okay.
Like I would like be invisible and then pop and be like, I'm here. You know,
Bye.
like that kind of thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then for your first date, do you like it low key or you want fancy?
Fancy.
Okay.
Yeah, set the tone.
Come correct.
Yeah, no shade.
And role playing or you like to be spontaneous?
Spontaneous. Like role playing makes me like nervous. You
Okay.
know? I'm not an actor.
Well, hopefully these next two don't make you nervous. Blindfolds or handcuffs?
Handcuffs.
Okay.
I have to see what's going on.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
want take that
I
power.
need the full fantasy.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's our quick 15 with Vicky.
Well, let's get into the next 15 with
Uh-oh.
my sister Nelson. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. So where are you from?
I'm also from Jersey.
Oh, it's
Somerset.
Jersey in the house.
Yeah.
It's Jersey in the
house. Single or taken?
Single and very much ready to mingle.
You heard that,
Gotta
right?
put my camera is-
You look- Leather or lace?
I think leather. Yeah.
Me
I'm
too,
down for
right?
leather,
There's something
yeah.
about leather.
Mm.
Hennessy or champagne?
Oof. I think Hennessy, but I'm always down for some bubbly, but like, I don't know.
Hennessy's
I
more
love
your
a good
vibe.
time, yeah.
Nikki or Cardi?
Nikki, there's only one answer.
So night in or night out? I think I know the answer to this.
I think we know this. Night out.
Night out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full albums or singles?
full albums if you can make music.
Ooh.
Clock it. Clock it. In one word, describe yourself.
I was say a sentence. I think I'm fun. I think, yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Love or money?
Oof. I think love.
Love.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to like just be like money,
Like,
like
keep it
fuck
real.
that love
Yeah.
shit.
Fuck
You
that
know?
love
Number one turn on and number one turn off.
I think my number one turn on is like confidence. If you like can really bring it in that department, I think it's a turn on. Turn off. I think I'm gonna have the same answer. Yeah, like if you can't dress and you have like a bad sense of style, it's a turn off.
Period. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I think I would love to like read minds.
Ooh.
Like that'd be fun. Like,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I like
Whose
that.
mind will you read first?
Whose mind would I read first?
Bitch, I got my answer.
What's your answer?
Oprah.
I
know that bitch knows shit.
Get into that
Yeah.
vault.
Right. What's her bank account number?
Right.
Yeah.
What's the pin? You know?
Introvert or extrovert?
I think I'm an introvert, but I can be an extrovert. Like
In the right crowd.
exactly.
Exactly. First date, fancy or low key?
I think fancy. Do your big one. Make me impressed.
Right.
Like I want to be
Mhm.
gagged. I want a reason to
Period.
come back. Okay.
That's a good one. Role play or spontaneous?
I'm down for anything, but I think spontaneous. Yeah.
Spontaneous?
Keep me on my toes.
Cute.
Oh.
Blindfolded or handcuffs?
Ooh, honey. I think I don't know. Maybe blindfolded. I'm down for that.
For real?
For real.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Let's talk.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for the. It's too many giggles.
They got hot in here.
I'm with it.
This be also like we also work together, and this be us at work all the
literally.
time, like
We're just
cackling.
Yeah, literally just cackling.
Thank you so much for answering the first 15 and getting our listeners to know just a little bit more about you. For our next segment, we're gonna take it into the Hotline Gay Solutions. The phone, it's always ringing in the tug because our listeners, they be going through a lot. And sometimes they need the advice of our guests. And today, we have you guys. So the hotline is ringing and there's a listener that needs help. I'm a 22-year-old questioning male from way out in the Midwest, and I'm reaching out because I'm struggling with navigating adulthood as a queer individual. Growing up, I challenged myself with acceptance and understanding of my identity. Now, as an adult, I'm finding it even more complex to build a life that aligns with my true self. I'm trying to figure out everything from dating and relationships to career choices and community involvement, and all while staying true to myself. I want to thrive and find happiness, but I often feel stuck and uncertain about how to navigate these challenges of being myself and coming through authentically. How can I build a future and embrace my identity proudly? Nelson, do you have any advice for this listener?
I'm trying to think. What would I say? I think, well, one, get out of the Midwest.
That's literally what
That's what I would do.
That's step one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
I agree.
But I think also just go with your heart. Do with whatever your heart thinks is right in the moment. I feel like that's something I've always done. Like we've all been baby gays for sure. But definitely like lead with your heart, lead with your gut, lead with whatever you feel right is in the moment. Lead with us. Right? Yeah. And then I feel like you can't go wrong with that, but obviously be precautious, be, responsible and, make smart decisions. But definitely lead with your heart and like see what happens. And like there's no like real way to like navigate gayhood and adulthood and like coming into your own, but just trusting yourself and knowing that you're leading with intention and going into the right directions.
Right. And I think that sometimes I'm glad that you said like be cautious and protect yourself and be responsible, because sometimes I do feel like finding yourself in gayhood can be a little reckless.
Absolutely.
And we're willing to like put ourselves in certain situations that may not be the best for us. So I'm glad that you point that out.
I think
So-
we also forget the intersectionality. There's a lot of that happening, all at the same time. So give yourself that time.
Yeah.
But beautifully said. Well, we have our next hotline blinker telling a 35-year-old gay man who I recently started dating after going through a tough breakup. While I'm excited about the possibilities of finding love again, I also am feeling insecure and worried about being hurt. My last relationship ended badly, and I'm afraid of going through this pain again. How can I overcome these fears and open myself up to new possibilities? Sincerely, cautiously optimistic. Ricky, what would be your advice?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm like a hopeless romantic, so like I'm always like, love is out there for me. It's
Mhm.
there. I mean, I think that's the honest truth though.
This
Like,
mentality.
It is.
unfortunately, it's like we have to just keep going, you know, and I feel bad for them that they went through that, but I think hopefully they got a lot of lessons out of it. And I think as long as they just keep an open heart and maintain good intentions, like my good sister was saying,
Right.
you know, what you put out will come back to you. So
Absolutely.
it's like,
Mhm.
as long as you do good by people, like that will eventually come to you. It's going to take some time. And, you know, I know they mentioned they were just getting out of something. So I'm sure it's like you're thinking about
Needed.
the past and like all that. So also give yourself time to heal, you know, but two things can be happening at the same time. So yeah, so keep your heart open, have good intentions, and I think love will find you.
Preach.
Are you guys like quick to like jump into like? Are you open to jump into something new, even if you just like broken up with someone like recently?
Yeah. No, I think now I give more thought to it. I think when I was younger, I was like quicker to jump into a relationship, but now I feel like I'm thinking about so many different factors and things, and I'm just a more secure and like sure person that I'm like, is it even worth it? Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, why am I giving so much of myself to you so soon?
Right. What about
Yeah.
you?
I agree. I feel like growing up and being young, a young gay, like looking for love, it was more so like, if you're willing to give it to me, I'm ready to take it. But it's
I'll
like
take it
as
all.
an but as like an adult, I feel like I've realized like or I've grown to know myself and know that like I don't just trust everyone so easily and I don't open myself up so easily.
Right.
So it's definitely like the opposite now.
It takes some
Yeah.
time. Right?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
definitely would say it's like I feel like energy is a big
Oh
thing.
my
Yeah.
God,
There's
I was
so
literally
much like
thinking
transfer of
that, yeah.
energy in that. So
Protect your energy.
yeah, I'll be like, you need that time to work on yourself, figure it out,
Yeah.
Mhm.
let the balance out, and then
Right.
move on from there.
Hmm.
Well, with that said, I wanted to open the conversation about growing up queer
Mhm.
and the cultural attitudes
Mm.
that come with homophobia, machismo, and specifically growing up in Black and Latino households. Like as a gay man, like what was one of your, I would call it like one of your biggest fears growing up gay in your household, if you had any, because not everybody shares the same experience.
Well, my dad was a pastor.
Oof.
So I think that was my biggest fear. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, like church, like every Sunday, vacation Bible school, Bible study on Wednesday, like that whole thing, like Pentecostal, like the whole nine. So I think, you know, I was just afraid that like, I was like, is he gonna hate me? Like, am I gonna go to hell? Like, you know, you're hearing all these things like in church. That's where I spent a lot of my time. But as I got older, I didn't come out until I was like 17, 18. And thankfully I was met with like a lot of love and acceptance, which like I know is not the experience for a lot of people. But I think up until that point, it was something that I thought about like every single day. And it's funny because we were just talking about it yesterday. I still think it's something I do think about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, in terms of like my extended family per se. But I
Right.
will say my immediate family has been very kind
And that's
in
a
that
blessing.
regard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do not take
Preach.
that for granted at all.
What
I'm
about
happy
you?
that was your experience.
I think growing up, like, it's funny because I feel like growing up, I was very like open and was very about like myself, and I would like cackle and do all that good stuff. But I think once I knew that like, oh, like I'm this way because I'm gay, it was like, oh, let me reel it in. And I feel like it became my
Mm.
fear of like I can't show this side of me because they're not gonna accept me, they're not gonna like
Mm.
that. And so I feel like that was my fear growing up was just like, my parents aren't gonna be okay with it. Like that was my biggest fear.
Right.
And, my relationship with my parents has been a little rocky because of that. But I think, going into a positive direction. And I
You
think
make little
they're
steps.
little
Yeah.
steps,
Yeah.
baby steps, and it's like I'll take it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like growing up, that was just my fear. It was just like, I don't know what's gonna happen, I don't know how they're gonna react. So my fear was like they're gonna kick my ass out. Like, like
Yeah.
the worst possibility was my fear. Yeah.
Do you
Well, I will
think?
definitely say, sorry to cut you off, but I would definitely say, looking back from our last episode, like Shay said, give it some time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it some time, let people breathe. And
Have the patience.
sometimes time can put things together that words and actions can't.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you keep it pushing.
But with that, like I wanted to piggyback off that. Do you think that our family's cultural background plays a role in the way that we like perceive LGBT culture and like who we are and our
Absolutely.
identity.
Definitely. I think like for them, like I kind of give them the grace of like they're not used to this. Like both my parents are from Honduras. Like I'm a first gen. They came here at like 18 years old. Like
Wow.
they weren't used to like the world we live in today.
Right.
Very
The
different.
world we live in today is way different than what they're used to. So I kind of just like in my mind and giving them grace of like, I understand. Like if one day when we have kids and they're doing crazy shit, I'm gonna be like, hold on, what's going on?
Bring it back.
I can only imagine what the changes are for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like impacts me with like, how I was saying how I wasn't being my true self because of it. But I think, being like, I think growing up in Jersey, we were like blessed because I feel like it was such a like diverse community. I feel like there were so many different types of people and like so many different like sexualities and like stuff that I was exposed to that I feel like, my family obviously wasn't. And I think that made me okay with it and made me understand like there are these different types of people in the world. And hell, I'm one of those people in the world. And especially living in New York, and we were just talking, like we're so lucky and blessed to live in New York because we don't think about like, of course things happen here, but it's not as like, we're not in the
This
Midwest.
is our city. Like if you're gay, like I definitely say like New York City is the mecca of gayhood, you know? Like this is where shit started. So yeah, this is our city.
Yeah.
What about for you?
What was the question?
The question was like your family's cultural background. Has it affected like the way that you look at LGBTQ?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like similarly to you, growing up, I was like so obsessed with like the Cheetah Girls, That's So like High School Musical,
Naturally.
like just naturally.
Like gravitate. Yeah,
like
literally.
it just like it give you a little tingle.
It was
this
natural.
Is cunty, this is for me.
Right. And at first, I feel like it was cute because I was a kid, right? And then as I started to get older, you start to hear things and you start to hear how people refer to gay people, other gay people in my family, in culture, and you're like, okay, you might not necessarily be treating me that way, but the fact that that's how you feel about them kind of gives me kind of an inclination as to like how you're gonna feel about me. So then, like you said, you reel it in, and then you're like, oh no, yeah, we're in middle school now, like I'm normal, or like I'm in high school now, like I have a girlfriend.
And
like
you pick up like those traits here, like, oh my gosh, like what? Like painting your nails,
never.
bro. Like,
and it's crazy because I would see people, like you said, we grew up like 30 minutes from each other, but like in just that.
So yeah, Ben was bound.
Yeah. So just in that area, I was seeing people like come out like in school and stuff, and I'd low-key be like, dang, like I wish I could, but like you were saying, because of just the cultural stuff, especially on like Black and brown men in general, straight men aren't even allowed to express any type of like femininity whatsoever.
Exactly.
So it was just kind of like I couldn't imagine what that was going to be like for me. So yeah, chill.
Yeah, that was definitely a hard part in that intersection, like growing up, figuring out like the machismo-ness of being Latino, but then also like you want to have flair. Like, bitch, I don't want to wear these boring ass suit. Like, I want to like wear this suit with a like no shirt under, cute tie, like put some earrings on. Like, I got my earrings on my 18th birthday. Like, that was like a full like you couldn't do that shit in my household.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, this was like my first like I can't say shit. I'm 18. So
and it's funny because in adulthood, a family member of mine was like, yeah, I feel like I could tell when you were at your brother's graduation and your shirt was unbuttoned 3 buttons. That's how I could tell. And I was like,
What?
I was like, what? Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's like things like that makes you be like, can I live? Like 3 buttons, But yeah.
How do your family typically handle like conversations, if you had any, about like being gay or anything like that? Or the first conversation that you ever had, how was it handled?
Oh, honey. Well, my mom asked me when I was.
She straight up said,
yeah. I mean,
thesis.
me and my mom are very, very, very close, and I feel like she just knew all the time. Like she always kind of protected me, I felt like, from like the outside world, like you said. But here in the villa, no. So
we're gonna get to it.
So she asked me, she was like, do you like boys or girls? And I was like, at first we're like, both. Like I'm bisexual,
right.
And she was like,
that's
okay.
the MO for any
right.
gay guy.
Like, she was like, okay, like, that's fine. Honestly speaking, and not to be like spilling my tea, honey, I never had a face-to-face conversation with my dad about coming out.
Okay.
It's just always kind of been something that he has been like accepting about. I've brought like a boyfriend home when I was in college. He was super cool with him.
Oh,
like,
you just
Yeah.
boom.
yeah, like, but my mom relayed that he was like, oh, well, that's what I thought. Yeah, but like, I just think I was too afraid to like talk to him.
Yeah.
Wait, oh my
But,
God, how was that? Bringing your boyfriend and like,
oh, child, oh, honey, it was good. It was
give a girl
really,
a tip. She
and it's
didn't do
just,
it yet.
it was during college. It was my first boyfriend. I was like scared. We were in love. He was also like not my race, so I was like, I don't know.
How that was gonna play
Yeah,
out.
I mean, he was Latino, so it's like not too far off,
Yeah.
but like, I didn't know like how they were gonna be.
Yeah.
He was mad cool. Shout out him. Yeah.
That's
Love you.
amazing.
Right.
there.
Love you,
Yeah.
E.
I
I'm like-
literally-
I painted the situation like so many times, like my parents meeting Max, and I'm also like,
Yeah, it was nerve wracking, and my mom did not play that. Like I convinced her to let him sleep in my room, but
Mm.
he had to sleep on the floor.
Right.
you got
And, yeah, and it was like during the summertime, so like everybody would leave, go to work, and
And the
camp,
AC.
and we're just home enjoying the AC, watching movies, and
Right.
eating popcorn. Yeah.
So what about you?
So my situation was kind of like a little similar, but like maybe different outcome. Just slightly. So yeah, basically my mom, like I remember vividly, it was Valentine's Day in like 2014. And for whatever reason she wanted to ask me this on Valentine's Day. She walked into my room and we're just keying, and then she's like, do you like boys or girls? And I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, well, she's asking me, like, this means she's okay with it. She's
Right.
going to
Yeah.
say it. So my little 14-year-old self was like, yeah, I like boys, like, whatever.
Oh my.
And then, girl, it turned into a
Bitch.
telenovela. It
Mhm.
was just drama. It was theater. It was just like, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, God's not gonna like that. All this stuff.
She tricked you.
Yeah, she tricked me. She got me, gal. So
I've been got.
that happened, and then we kind of never spoke about it
Mhm.
until like I was like 21. She asked me again. I'm like, okay.
Valentine's Day?
No, this was like I want to say like September, and then she asked me again randomly. We're just talking. She randomly asked me again. Me being like a 21-year-old naive like kid, I tell her again, yeah, I like guys. Again, she's like, this isn't right. Like, she gives me the whole spiel. But this time around, it was more so like I was like, either you take it or you leave it. But like, this is what it is. Like the first time around, I think I kind of just like was like, okay, yeah, it's a phase, And then the second time around, I kind of stood my ground. But it's been weird because we don't really talk about it. It's something we just don't talk about. Me and my dad, like similar to Ricky, we've never had a face-to-face conversation about it. Some days he has been like, he'll randomly text me and be like, I love you no matter what. And I'm like, okay, like, are you trying to clock my tea?
Right.
Um,
And I
Oh my
do feel like
God.
it's them clocking it.
right.
It's just
But in
that
a-
they don't know how to express
They don't know how to-
themselves in that
yeah.
situation.
Girl,
And the only
yeah.
way that they can feel okay with telling you that they're okay with your lifestyle, but not explicitly telling you that they're okay with your
Right.
lifestyle is
Like-
by telling you I love you.
Yeah, literally.
Like-
literally.
Yeah.
But I
It's just
think
words.
it's just like an ongoing situation. I feel like we're
Mhm.
like, we're making steps. We're making baby steps. So I'm like, maybe the next time we come on, I'll have a better
part two.
update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Well, I want to, you just mentioned off of that. Tell me that last part one more time.
Well, I have a story. While you think about that, I have a story. What last
Oh, my
part?
dad texted me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So,
was-
talking about the first time that your family handles your situation, I had a flash drive when I was in high school, right?
Oh, honey.
And basically, as in the closet gay boy, I was very scared to open. Back in the day, we used to have Tumblr a lot. Remember?
Mhm, mhm.
So like I used to, I don't know why, but like whenever I used to see something nice that I wanted, like that I saw on Tumblr, I would like save it into my
course.
flash drive, Because I'm like, I don't want no record of like me reposting anything, but I want to
my
come back to
God.
this picture.
Uh-huh.
It was like a crazy cycle of like being in the closet, not reposting anything gay, but watching things that are gay and like saving them so that I can go back to it, and do things. So I had this flash drive and I had a bunch of gay porn saved onto that flash drive.
Dun.
And
What's that?
it was like my little red flash drive, right?
Mhm.
And one day my mom is like, we're gonna we took passport pictures the week before. She was like, put the
honey.
passport
Oh,
pictures
bitch.
in your flash drive and let's go to Walgreens to develop these pictures.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm not really thinking too much into it. And I'm like, I do have this folder that's full of gay porn.
Oh my
So
God.
let me just put this folder in a folder, in a folder, in a folder, in a folder, in a folder. And
Bitch, a
once I
Pandora's
go
box
there,
of
like
folders.
she's not gonna see that folder in a folder because, you know, whatever. So happy as hell, go to the Walgreens. We're about to get our passport pictures.
Oh my
I
God.
plug the flash drive into the machine.
What happens?
Oh my God.
And instead of folders popping up, all of the imagery just pops up on the screen.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
And what did your Dominican mom do?
all-
God.
And of course, there was only 3 pictures. Everything else in the screen was gay porn. Guys sucking each other up, fucking each other.
Stills?
All of it.
It's
all
like
of stills,
1,000
videos, everything.
The gifts.
It's like, wait,
Why
let me look.
Mom, I don't know what happened.
Let me see. I literally, I'm telling you, like, and it literally all just like populated, and I was like, and my mom just, I have a black Dominican mom. She literally looked at me and she said, espera que nosotros lleguemos a la casa.
Oh.
And for those of you who
What
don't
happened?
understand, that he said, wait till we get home.
Wait till we get home, honey. Honey.
Oh,
Honey.
Honey. It was a
Head
very very dark and sad night that night.
Over probably
But
weeks.
yeah, that was my first experience
That's
with
crazy
anything
gag.
gay with my parents. And I am proud to say that my mom texted me Happy Pride this Pride.
Woo!
So like we've come a long way,
That's big.
Yeah.
you know,
That's
and
amazing.
I never if you have a thing for family and that's a value that you really cherish, I never suggest you like discarding your family if that's
Yeah.
something that you really cherish. I think that as you work on things and as time goes, like we said, it can heal a lot of wounds. And if you're willing to work on it and you see some glimpse of hope that they're willing to work on it, like keep it going, you know?
Yeah, well, I remember my question now, and it goes perfect tying in with moms. I think about also like the moms who know their son is just DL. You know, it's like what happens when you have those conversations and then you manipulate them to like live this lifestyle. Like, what the fuck do you do at that wedding? What do you do that you like? You saw those pictures on the camera when you put it in the Walgreens. You had that conversation with me at 18 and at 21, and now you're just watching me pop out 3 kids back to back with like Lolita from the block,
Right.
Yeah.
and you're just okay
Right.
with that. Like that is
Right.
the part that gags.
Do you
Yeah,
feel like
low-key.
sometimes like moms encourage DL culture?
Absolutely.
I-
I feel like
We're like, none of us are moms.
in the
so-
sense
Yeah.
that-
but I
And
feel
I
that,
mean,
like,
yeah.
in my mind, it's like they'd rather do that than you be openly gay.
Right.
So it's like they'll take it where they can.
And they think that you getting a girl pregnant or you being with a
saved.
girl is
He's saved.
he's saved, honey.
Yeah. I think it really just depends on the mom though, because I feel like they're no matter which decision, right? They're operating out of a place of love. It's
Yeah.
like
Of
if
course.
they are pushing you to that, they're like because we know what it could look like for you as a openly gay person. They're like, well, I'm afraid of all that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'd rather you just kind of lay under the radar. But then at the same time, it also is coming from a place of love when they're like, well, I want you to be exactly who you are. So I feel like I always give moms the benefit of the doubt. Like, you know,
course.
like I think they do have their child's best interest at heart. But I think ultimately it's the child's decision.
Is a child decision. Well, thank you so much for talking about and
Yeah.
opening your stories on the talk because I know that it can be very vulnerable to like talk about like the things that happen with your family and the things that happen in your personal life. So I would just want to say thank you so much for
Yeah.
opening up.
And I appreciate it. I feel like I was already feeling good with y'all comfortable. I feel like 10 times more because these are the real shit that we need to talk about. Like
Yeah,
we're at the club, we're having a good drink. We're not like diving into these topics, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that we could.
Yeah. Me too.
Thank you.
Well, there's a show that we're all talking about, right?
Listen, if you don't know about this show, you must be living under a rock. We are going to get into the juiciest tea of everything that's happening in the villa on Love Island Season 6. We are going to give you our best impressions of the cast and see who do you think is going to last in the real world and, you know, shatter after the villa. So we're going to start off with America's couple right now, Aaron and Kayla. What are we thinking?
America's
America's
couple.
couple.
They
Listen.
almost were voted off.
They've been in the bottom consistently.
Where they deserve.
You want my opinion on them?
I
or
want
what do
the
you
opinion.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want anything. You go first.
Okay.
I have so many things to say.
Now, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So Kaylor, I give her a lot of grace. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I've been that girl that like is in love with somebody, and they're doing me wrong, and I'm sticking beside them. You know, like I've been her.
That's my man.
You know. So, but I think people's actions speak louder than their words, and it's like no matter what Aaron is telling me about the outside world and moving, and he loves me, and I'm like, you just did me so dirty, basically saying the same thing to Daniela that you were saying to me, making the same handshake, like you know what I'm saying?
On
it's
camera.
just like it's not lining up for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about for you?
I don't think they're gonna win, and I hope they go home next.
Well,
Honestly, I think I love Kaylor. I'm a Kaylor stan. I know we get into
He
it a little
is.
bit, but I love Kaylor.
I'm not even gonna take it there. That conversation can stay private.
I love Kaylor though. Kaylor's a key. I think she's like a sweet girl, and I think she's just like impressionable and like loves this man.
Mhm.
And I too have been that.
You think they
girl.
really love each other?
I think
I think
Kaylor
she loves
I think
him.
Kaylor loves him.
I think he just wanted to have a piece in the villa, and I think, I don't see them lasting at all. I think he is not shit. Can I curse?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes, I
he's
love this
not
hot take.
shit. Like I feel like my thing is you can make a mistake. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's how you go about the mistake that really proves who you are as a person. Because he did what he did in a casa. Cool. But you come home, you pimp her out to your best friend. She's still in the villa. She comes home with him. Then you're upset with me for still being upset about it. But you're lying to me. I'm finding out new things every day. And then you're like just being rude and nasty,
Gaslighting
like,
me.
Yeah.
And then didn't want to
gaslighting her.
speak until she told him what she knew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it was
no, it was
weird.
weird. Like that's what ruined Aaron for me. And I think they would have won. They could really have
Oh,
a good
yeah.
chance of winning.
They had it.
And then he shot himself in both his feet and his arms.
Well, now that you're a Kaylor stan, I want to hear your best impression of her. Good old.
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Oh, I have to go too.
Yeah, go ahead.
What the fuck, Aaron?
I literally been practicing, man. Fuck Aaron! Fuck, bro.
Well, we don't know
Listen to
how
that.
they're gonna do on this next upcoming vote, but we do know the real America's couple is Serena and Cordell.
My
Yeah.
parents.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
What are our thoughts on them?
I love them. And it's funny because I feel like, I just think, like you were saying, the way that Cordell handled himself, handled Serena, handled the Daya situation upon coming back
Besides
is
the
what
breakfast.
made me, I guess, like take him back in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he was not abrasive. He was
Yeah.
very remorseful. He was listening to
Opposite
her.
to Aaron.
Right,
Right.
like Aaron, yeah. So I think, people make mistakes. We are all human. If we're really gonna be real, they've known each other for like a couple weeks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so it's like things can happen, but I love them and I hope that they win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them too.
Me too. They got my vote. We've been voting every night.
Yeah,
Like, we need them to win.
No,
Yeah.
so for me, Cordell and Serena's story, like honestly, sometimes when I watch them together, I could fucking cry. Like
No,
No,
I
yeah,
didn't
like,
cry.
When they were screaming at each other on the dock,
That was
or not screaming at each other because
She was
he
dogging
was
him.
staying in a man's place and
Yeah.
listening
and
to
listening. Yeah,
her.
let's give him that. Let's give him that.
Right. So, but that entire, I guess, just situation was really emotional.
When Cordell went to Casa and he met Daya and he did everything that he did with her, and they got that video, you instantly saw Serena. She was gagged, but I think like that thing sticked in like, I'm not gonna give this motherfucker like any energy or let him see my tears right away, unlike
Yeah.
Kaylor, who was crying the moment she got a text message. And I think that seeing that moment when they're on the dock and she's like screaming at him and like finally letting her emotions out. I hated that they try to villainize the fact that she was throwing a tantrum, because when Kaylor was doing it, it was just like she was unknowingly crying, but she's hurt. But the moment that Serena started like feeling her emotions
Like she
over
was
this
tweaking.
situation. It's like, oh, she's tweaking and you're being aggressive to other people. And here you have Kendall talking about, Serena, if you keep treating people that way, maybe your friends are not gonna stay. Kendall, shut the fuck up, bro. Stay out of women's business,
They
bro.
are women's business.
Yeah, that's
And
what I be
also, you shouldn't, just because your boy is cheating on his girl and he's smiling in the moment, that doesn't mean that just because he's showing signs of happiness, you encourage that.
Right.
Talking about, well, I saw my boy was having a good time and I never see him smile like that, so I was gonna tell him that it's okay. No, you're a snake.
And that's we were talking about it the other night. The issue with especially Kendall is like, you are also Serena's friend. Like,
Right.
you
Yeah.
didn't meet her
Right,
as
exactly.
Cordell's girlfriend. Like, you're
You guys
all
met together.
friends, you know?
Real.
So it's like, have my back the same way that you have his.
And also, I just wouldn't want that type of like personality, or even like, why would I be like, I feel like that was just such a wrong look. And even if I was
Yeah.
Nicole, I would have looked at him sideways a little bit. Like, you be
Yeah.
too much in the drama, and no shade, that's not really my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So you either cess it down or it's gonna be a
Cessed it
chop.
down.
Like, yeah.
No shade.
No, I agree.
Because I saw the little flip that you did with Aaron while you was practicing for that little, what was it, the heart rate
But I
challenge?
think Aaron enjoyed that more.
And that-
Aaron's our next guest, actually. Here.
Let's bring him out.
Bring
Let's
him
him
in, right?
Well,
Yeah,
these
Kendall's
is my personal favorite. These are my parents. We have Janae and Kenny.
Oh, I love Janine.
They're so cute,
Yeah.
and I think they can make it.
Out on the outside world or
Mhm.
win? No shade.
I think in the outside world,
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna win right now. I don't think they have
Yeah,
the
no,
votes.
I don't think they're going to win, but I do think that they have a lot of support, and I do see them working in the outside world. Yeah, and I'm gonna leave it there.
what do you think?
I don't know. I love Janae. Janae's, that's family. I
Yeah.
love Janae. Janae, Serena, Leah.
Oh,
Those are my sisters.
Yeah.
Big
I love
three.
them. Yeah. But I think with Janae and Kenny, I think I am just now like feeling the fantasy about them. I think Kenny was cool and sweet, but he's just now really, I feel like, grabbing my attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like I still want to see them grow.
I feel like he's just starting to show his personality a
Yeah,
little bit, you
yeah,
know?
absolutely.
I think it was stupid for you to bring someone from Casa when you literally did not have any feelings
but he
towards
was
her.
shy.
Like,
he
at
was
all.
shy.
No, but if completely
I'm a Kenny apologist.
to be completely honest, what it gave was production told you to bring someone back so that it can create some drama, and you did it, and that's fine. But it just didn't make sense why he brought this girl and then literally ignored her the moment they got into the villa.
Right.
Well, yeah, I think seeing how he handled that situation also was telling, because we were saying, like, as soon as like he saw that Janae was like sad about it, he was like,
right.
to the other girl, like, I don't know
Right.
you,
But
babe.
he
You
was-
know?
didn't he
So
tell-
you,
he told-
you always fucked with Janelle, so just
Yeah, but I do think that, and again, I'm an apologist too. So I'm like, I feel like he did think that like another hot guy was gonna like swoop her, you know, like off her feet.
Yeah.
And I think that he thought that he was gonna show up and be like the dunce.
right.
But I will say, I think that my only grapple with them, because I love them down, I think I need someone that's like a little bit more vocal about like how they feel about me. And I do think that Kenny has those like pockets where like he will get super like deep with her.
Yeah.
But she like lays it on like no matter what,
Yeah.
any time of day, no matter who's around. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like sometimes that's what makes me be like, okay, like are they feeling the same fantasy? But I think
Right.
that they are. I just think they just communicate differently.
Yeah.
Especially after his speech.
Oh,
That was a good speech.
yeah.
Him
But I
and
do think
Cordell,
that
Rickey.
Janae is a little obsessed with like the relationship of it all and not necessarily like
the person.
Him.
the
himself.
person, you know, like,
100%.
you know, like the moment that she heard that his heart rate didn't go like for her, but all of the other boys were like their heart rate went for the girls that they're coupled with, like she was embarrassed. And it's just like we were playing a game and you were talking on other people.
I'm
so,
sorry,
like,
but I'm beating bitches' ass. Like, what do you mean my fucking performance didn't get you the highest?
Right,
Like,
right.
oh, I'm gonna be
throwing
so
a little
mad.
fit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd be
Thank
like,
you.
oh, okay, no, go be with Kayla. So she,
Right,
so she
right,
makes
yeah,
sure-
Let that
you know,
bitch
like-
get your heart rate
yeah,
up.
like I'd be like, go sleep with her. Yeah.
Go sleep with her.
All right, and we have Leah and Miguel. They find selves.
They're a good time. I think
I think they
they're
just
good-
like to fuck.
I think so too. I think it's just like
they're a good time.
the town's whore, you know, together. It is what it is. No, in a,
Thank you.
no, in a friendly, in a
Which
nice
one?
way.
In a
Both
friendly, nice way. In a
ways.
sisterly way.
Clock
I'll
my
let you
tea.
decide.
No, but it's in a. I think they're just having fun. I don't know if they're gonna like last like on the outside
Yeah, no.
world. I think they might make top 3, but I don't know if they're.
Oh, yeah.
But that's off Leah's end. I feel like Miguel was gonna come out of here and just be a fuck machine. Like,
Well, absolutely. He was a fuck machine there.
But
I think that Miguel did not come on the show to do anything but, gain some popularity
Yeah.
and
Get some ass.
And get some ass.
I hate his tattoo.
But
That's it.
same. But Leah's social numbers are like
Oh, yeah. That's
insane.
queen
So
mother.
I'm like very intrigued to see like what DM she's about to open when she gets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Like,
love her.
Like
Yeah.
I love
I
Leah.
definitely see Leah transcending like there's always that one person in a cast of a show like this that's very niche that like
Mhm.
it's already like blowing up on social media and everybody loves her for no apparent reason and then it's like boom she's like the next Ariana Madix type shit, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
this
So-
needs to be like the Jersey Shore cast. They need to take this group and like
Yo,
have
this
them do
group
more
is
shit.
so
Have them do more shit.
good.
yeah, that
I
would
love
be
that.
good.
This
Yeah.
would go to
Love
Queen.
Island producers,
Let's
Yes.
get on it.
Yeah.
eat your cake because this
Well,
cast is everything.
And they've been doing it. Look at Rob, and we have now Rob with Cass from last year. What do we think about that?
No thoughts.
I'm okay.
No thoughts.
Look, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure Rob is
Mhm.
like a nice person. I don't know him from a can of paint. But the actions that he has shown on the show, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Cassie was brought in way too late for me to like
Right, like, who
care. Do you know what I'm
cares?
saying? Like I
Yeah.
just met you 3 days
He's
ago.
an industry plant.
Yeah, and I'm about
That's
to
all
say
she
goodbye in 3 more days. It's like, hey, girl.
It was
think-
like,
her.
come on
I
down.
wanted her entrance to be a little bit more gaggy and
It
like,
was. It gagged me.
no shade. Like
like,
the heart rate
Hey.
challenge was a chop. No
Well,
shade.
yeah, like,
I mean, after Janae, come on.
Right.
yeah.
Like, they set that bitch up.
But I
Yeah.
feel like I would have been in my green room practicing down like fucking everything.
The pretzel.
I am the bombshell that's about to walk into this villa. I need to, do my big one.
She didn't come in super confidently.
Mm-mm.
But I'm a nervous girl. I get it, but maybe stay home then.
I think Rob is
Next
whack.
show.
I hate Rob. I literally am like, if there's no Rob haters, I'm dead. Like,
Yeah. Yo, thank you.
Honestly, like I think Rob's gross. I think he plays it up for the camera. I don't think he loved Andrea like that. And it's like, so he did all that with Andrea,
Mm-hmm.
then went to Liv, then went to what was the girl's name?
Daniela.
Daniela, after
Daniela.
she was with Aaron.
After with Aaron, she
And then
went,
Daniela tried to act like she was really hurt about the whole situation when my girl, you were homie hopping and you
Right.
already into it.
In Daniela's defense, listen, they're in a villa. They have no phones. Like, this bitch, she got nothing else going on. in
And
that
that's
sense. So they're
fine,
like,
but don't act like super hurt. And
like
all
those
that-
3 days feel like probably a month and a half.
I clocked
she
how
was-
the producers never even leaned into the fact that you were feeling bad because I feel like none of the girls really consoled you because they were like, girl, like to be
"Girl,
completely
you
honest,
don't
like,
even care."
She had
You
the
don't-
little makeup session. She cried in the makeup room.
girl,
but
I
it
think
was
she
given
was-
2 seconds on camera.
She was
I clocked
crying
it.
because not because she was hurt by Rob, but because she wanted more episodes so she can get her bookings when she leaves. I think that's it. All it was.
No shade.
Like that's it.
I wanted more from my girl Ciara. That's one
I was gonna say-
bombshell that I was like, I
They'll
was
bring
not
her
happy.
back.
I was not happy seeing her because I think she was really playing the game and she was like willing to like do whatever to stay on this show.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing with the Casa girls. I feel like they were just willing to do whatever. Like
Mhm.
any of the guys would say anything and they'd like fall into their lap, and I thought it was weird.
One
Like,
last question on Love Island. Justice for Daya, yes or no?
No.
No.
Bye.
Hey,
I
hey, girl,
feel-
bye,
I'm
girl.
over
that
it.
was a setup from the rip. I feel like they went into Odell's pictures. They slid down. They said, who commented? They said, let's DM this bitch and say,
Right.
bring her on. And
Yeah.
then she
Y'all
went,
think that
did her
y'all think
research.
the comment was real? She denied it. She denied it down.
I think it was real. I mean, it's not far fetched. Like he is a celebrity. Like,
Right.
I've commented on celebrities' pictures before. Like it's not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just a story she gave that she lost me, where she was like, it was my
Right.
cousin's cousin that was friends with that cousin.
And I was like, bullshit.
Like no one even talked about that. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? That's when she told on herself. She showed her
Right.
slip because it was like,
Right.
what are you talking about?
And I also, my issue with Daya was she was a little, and love you, girl, but the whole like trying to make a moment, like you could have like,
Yeah.
Like girl,
like, and I
what?
will, and I do. Like, I didn't
Right.
need your permission.
And now
you know
we're
what I'm
happy.
saying? Yeah,
Right,
like,
and you're home
and like,
with your sympathy, fro.
The sympathy fro took me out. It looked so cute.
It
too.
looked
was
good, though.
cute.
I
The
would give her-
highlights-
I'll give her her
the
10.
highlights-
She took that note from
Yeah.
Megan.
She looked
Girl,
good,
the
she
highlights
looked
was
good.
cute, girl. I loved it. Well, Love Island. We're recording this on a Friday. By the time this comes out, Love Island is already done.
I know,
It's
I'm
a
Yeah.
wrap on
sad.
Sunday.
Over.
What am I gonna do with
Quickly,
my
who
life?
do you want to win?
Oh, duh, Serena and Cordell.
Absolutely. Serena Cordell.
I still have faith in Kenny and Janae, but Serena and Cordell, I think, are going to take it.
I think that my vote is also Serena and Cordell.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
That's it.
mad if Janae and Kenny win.
Yeah.
But
Any,
Serena and Cordell, my vote.
any of PPG can
Yeah,
win.
PPG.
Like,
Wait, is that
when Robin
Powerpuff
Cass
Girls?
win?
Did you get confirmed with that?
Oh,
Do you know
yeah,
what
what
that
is
means? Have you seen it on
PPG?
Twitter?
No.
The what?
They keep saying Serena,
No.
Janae, and Leah are PPG. I think it means Powerpuff Girls, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
PBG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I don't know where that started. Like, where did they? I don't know. It's
Well,
I
we're
don't
gonna
know,
have
but I
some
love
research,
that.
and if there is,
Let's bring them
we'll
on
put
and
it
they'll
probably
confirm.
someone on the monitor. But if I get lazy editing, I probably won't. Anyway,
With a quick one.
with a quick one, our last segment of the night. Our girlies over here are musical connoisseurs. They always know the latest trends. So, what a perfect game to play with them. Bop or flop? I'm going to mention some songs and albums that are currently out. Of course, it's New Music Friday, and I want to know, is it a bop or is it a flop? Women's World by Katy Perry.
Flop.
It's a woman's world.
You listen to it?
Bitch,
Oh, you like
double,
it?
Like it.
Double platinum on my fucking
I love
phone.
it too. No
On my
shade.
AirPod Maxes.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey, really?
Listen, Katy Perry went on her Twitter the other day or live or something. I don't know. She was somewhere on live and she was sampling all of her songs. And I know y'all was eating her up, but I loved it.
Yeah.
Well, look,
Well-
I think you.
The unison. Well,
I'm happy that she is expressing herself creatively and doing what she thinks feels right in this moment. I may not be the target audience, but go off.
What is it that you don't like about it?
it's dated.
It's dated.
I just
Sounds
think,
like a song from 2014.
Okay.
well, I think there's certain sounds, right, that have kind of been done time and time and time and time and time and time again. And it's like, we have Dua Lipa, love her.
Let's keep it there.
No shade. Yeah.
Oh.
It's great because I love Katie Down. Like Katie's epic.
Oh, yeah.
Icon
Teenage Dream, one of the best pop albums of all time.
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah.
But I think this is just not the direction I saw her going in. Like I wanted to see her be grown and like sexy and still pop and still Katie, but just like
Right.
I feel like she's like regressing in a sense. Like,
I think we're gonna get it though. I think this is like the, like the super freaky girl, the one that they put the sticker on the album that says like including the #1 hit single. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna debut #1.
Bubbling under 136 single.
Global chart.
Too real.
Well, to a new project that came out today.
Damn.
My bad.
Katie found that in the ditch in New York City. Shit.
Oh my God.
We love you, Katie.
I love you, Katie. Come on the tug, please.
To a new project that came out today from our girl that we love, City Cinderella, JT.
Amazing.
Favorite song?
Yeah.
Go.
1 through 10 also.
Ooh, my favorite
AI,
song.
I think.
I like D.O.D.
Oh,
right
D.O.D.
now.
Those two are my
Yeah.
favorites.
D.O.D.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the one that stood out?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that out for you?
Well,
I mean, there's many to
Wonder
stand out.
Woman, Wonder Woman stood out for him. No shade. So it's no shade.
No, there are many. I think Swang I like a lot.
Ooh, I do
that's
like
good.
Swang.
No, there's a lot of
Oh,
bop.
and
Yeah.
JT coming.
JT coming.
coming.
That's
Yeah.
hot.
She had a good 7 cute songs
Uncle
back to
Al,
back.
what's my shit?
Is it
Yeah.
Uncle Al or Uncle AI? Because I'm gonna say Uncle
Al.
AI all day.
Uncle Al.
You heard me say Uncle? Nobody said nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we had to just keep it rolling.
Right.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
we'll edit it in post.
Camila, CXOXO.
Listen, I feel like I'm not a Camila fan. First glance. Sorry, but I liked it. I actually did like it. The City Girl song,
No,
8.
Shoes.
The
8.
Drake song, 8.
I have to.
That's all I listen to. But
I have to
liked
clock and
it.
see. No shade. Because was the album good or did you like those songs?
I like
Right.
those 2 songs, and then like whatever came out. I think the Little Nas X one was
Dream
fun.
Girls. You like
There's
Dream
a
Dream
few,
Girls,
there's a
Dream
few
Girls, he
songs,
knows.
Dream
Dade
Girls,
County.
yes. Yeah, there's a few cute songs. But
I
as an
just-
album entirely, I don't know.
It's a
Yeah.
Is it a
front
bop
to
or
back.
is it a flop?
I think I would say Bob before
Yeah.
Flop, but better than the Katie song.
Oh my God. These Katie strays that
She's
just,
2 for 2.
These
Bop or
lashes.
flops? Camila.
Bob. I
Bop?
give it a bop. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know if
like,
it's going to
damn.
stand the test of time in terms of that album, but it was a bop in
Oh
terms
my
of music.
God. She
Okay.
won my stand card with
Period.
this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Dan card.
Oh.
I like her. I like this
That's
new
gonna get my
era.
mind
I
on it.
like the way the direction she's going in. Like I want to see more of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Epic
Yeah.
Records.
What do you think?
I enjoyed the same songs that you enjoyed.
Mhm.
Those were kind of like
The
putting
ones, the
two-
same ones we played over
Yeah,
and over
I was
again.
just about to say the same ones we played over and over again during Pride Weekend. I am an Normani stan, and that's where I stand.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Well, we have Dauntless Manifesto by Cupcake.
Hmm.
You haven't heard it? Not the sad pussy.
Cupcake is not really in my palette.
Okay.
But again,
I'm not the intended audience.
but again, I am so happy that she's making music
Yeah.
that she is happy about and that her fans are consuming
But
and
did you give it a
enjoying.
listen?
Did I listen?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Okay, so
but I just
it's neither bop or flop. It's just or.
It's indifferent because I don't. It's or. It's or for me. No shade.
Bop or flop, Nelson?
Again, I would say or. I don't know. I'm like, better than the kitty song. No. I don't know. I feel like I'm indifferent. I listened to, I think it's called Queef, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yum.
yeah.
It's classy. It was good. I like that one was fun. That was fun.
I will bop it. I think that it's a cute sound. It's I definitely see it playing like at a ball. I definitely see him playing like in gay spaces. I think I love the album cover. It looks so like luxurious and nice.
Yeah.
I think that she needs a little bit more marketing, and I think that if she had more marketing and more of a fan base, people will be more open to that sound.
Yeah.
She's not. They're not bad songs, but I do
Well, I
think
think
that
she walked so Sexy could run. Because she was the one doing all that nasty talking on the
that's
bars,
true.
you know? And
Yeah.
then Sexy came out, and also Sukihana.
Yeah.
So we got to give, Cupcake credit for making that little
Shout out to
category of,
Cupcake. Come on the tuck.
Yeah.
come on down, baby. And she donated $15,000 to Palestine, so real
right.
shit.
Period. We love a working girl.
Back to it, this was one of our first guest this season. We have Gio from the Block with Afties. Bop or flop?
Ooh,
Bop.
Bop.
Certified
Bop.
bop. I'm
Bop
obsessed.
down.
Certified diamond.
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah,
my
yeah.
Apple
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, literally. Wellington played it one time in the car, and it was hot.
No,
I was
and,
like, hold on,
and you know
what's
my-
this?
Yeah, I love to play new songs, specifically Afties by Gio from the Block. And I don't tell nobody. I just play it and let it play, and everybody's like,
I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it was.
what is you playing right now?
No,
I'm
it's
like,
sexy. It's sexy by him.
It's
I
really
got
good.
you. No, it's definitely a bop, and shout out to you, Gio, because you're killing it.
Mhm.
Then we have Joyride by Kesha. Bop or flop? Bop
I'm
or
happy
flop?
that Kesha is making music that she feels passionate about and that her fans are consuming and enjoying.
Are they
But the real
consuming
question
it?
for you is, better than Katy Perry?
Yes. No, I don't know. I think it was cute, but again, I don't see it. This is not the direction I feel like I saw her like going in. I don't know what direction it was.
I
I
do
feel
feel
like
like
it's
Kesha's
not-
a little confused.
But I will say shout out Kesha because she went through a lot.
She-
and I
she did
think
go through a lot.
that the fact that she's even like on the other side of it all
It's
and like
admirable.
making music,
Right.
I think is dope.
So neither bop or flop. We're just gonna give grace.
yeah.
Right.
She gets the grace card. And we have Kalani by Jordan Adetunji.
I like it. You know,
Chop that
I
name
like
up.
it. I think it's a bop. I like a cute TikTok song that
Yeah.
no shade. That the kids put me on to,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's a cute little.
And I
bop.
feel like there's gonna be like hella remixes to it or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
when
feel
I
the
heard it, I
cooking.
was like, "Wait, I thought this was the song with Ice." But I don't know. It just sounds like so many songs
Oh,
that I
Fisher.
Yeah, like it does sound a little bit like that, and it also sounds like Body with a
Yes.
boogie. Like, have you guys heard that one?
No.
Mhm.
Get your body.
Oh.
Oh.
We'll play it after this.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
play that. Also, like that little 1 second thing that I did of the song, like as if you guys were gonna know what song I was
I was
talking
like,
about.
get your body. I was like,
You're like,
Okay.
Body by Megan.
whatever that means.
A bar song, Tipsy by Shabuzi, who it's been on the chart, #1 for weeks.
And he's Dolly Parton's godson.
Yeah,
Which I didn't
Yeah,
know.
Gag.
I'm gonna give it a bop.
Yeah,
Because
I'll give it a
also
bop.
I love to see POC shine in that genre. as well.
Specifically, a
Yeah.
dark-skinned black man in
Yeah.
country
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
on the Billboard #1, like
Chart
100.
100.
Like,
Yeah, that's epic.
That's a
That's
lot.
epic.
Good for him.
good for them.
History.
Bop, bop, boppity bop.
And that
Wow.
concludes.
Oh my
that
God,
really
no, I
has
had-
been like, that has been the show.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I had
It went
so
by so
much fun.
quick.
Doesn't
know,
it
I'm
go by
like,
so
Yeah.
quick?
I'm like, that's
One
it.
more.
What's the more segment?
Yeah,
What's
I'm
more?
like,
What's
I'm
more?
like, do something.
What are you guys looking forward to this summer?
Well, it's almost over,
Which
but
is also
I,
really sad.
but I feel like we've
Flu.
been having. I was telling him the other day, like we've been having a really good summer. I
Yeah.
feel like this summer I've just been more present than ever. And I think I'm really happy about that. I think it's making me like just super appreciative of like where we are,
Yeah.
the time that we're in. I think things are super crazy. So it's
Yeah.
like to be young and hot and like have my girls
Fucking
is
love
like a
that.
blessing. So yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm just excited to like continue living life, continue making memories, like having stronger bonds with my friends, having stronger laughs and kikis.
Yeah.
Like That's really it. I'm just having a good time and I'm excited for what's to come.
Well, period. Thank you so much for being on another episode of The Tug. My name is Wellington. Make sure that you guys subscribe on YouTube, and make sure that if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, hit that follow button, because we're gonna be throwing some little exclusives and bonus episodes on the podcast ones. So if you're listening, make sure you hit follow. And that has been the tea.
Now you decide the shade.
See you next week. Bye.